Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our webinar session. A warm welcome here from Germany. It's 2 p.m. CET, and no matter where you are in the world, we appreciate that you spend some time with us for the next 30 minutes. I'm Martin, I'm your host from Mytrox Germany, and we have a very prominent guest here sitting next to me. It's Martin Lenz, and we are going to have very entertaining 30 minutes on the topic of the X2 configuration via Mytrox and the new configurator. To those of you who haven't had the opportunity to meet Martin Lenz on the Ice Age, tell us some words about what you do within Trox, Martin.
Yeah, hello also, first of all, a great and warm welcome from my side. It's really great that you spent the time and listened to us. My name is Martin Lenz. Good afternoon. I'm in the Department of Research and Development, started at Trox in 2011, and here I am responsible in the R&D for air filtration, air handling unit and fire protection components. And I'm really looking forward to having great 30 minutes together with you. And hopefully you will find a lot of interesting information
and valuable content,
helpful things.
Yes. And as you have noticed from all the social media, we are hosting a webinar here. You made your way all through to be with us. And the webinar has the opportunity to ask questions all along in written form, of course. Just hit ask and you can provide us with a question. On the right side of your monitor, you will have just the opportunity to type in your question. And don't worry, nobody else will see it but us here. And we try to answer all these questions from all the many participants we have from all around the world to your full satisfaction. And I would say, without any further ado, let's dive right into it. Let's go for it. Martin,
okay, great.
We are talking about the X2. And most of the people who have seen us on the Ice Age were asking, like, okay, guys, you have an air handling unit already. Is there like a new upgraded version what you're offering right now? What's all about this new black thing what you're showing here on stage?
Yeah, it's quite easily explained, because when we started with air handling units here in Germany, that was in 2011, we started with X-CUBE. And I always tell people X-CUBE is an all-rounder.
All right.
X-CUBE always works. It's always great. It works for small air flows, for larger air flows. There are compact units. There are units for special explosive atmospheres. You can get hygienic units. And this all-rounder was really necessary when we started here with air units, because when you start, you need the opportunity to offer units for all kinds of applications and all sizes and so on. And we are very, very glad that we have X-CUBE as a very, very good solution for our customers. And what we did now, and that is what comes with X-CUBE, X2, we have tried to develop, or we have developed an optimized solution for small and medium-sized airflows. That means that we have thought about what we can improve for these sizes to generate, again, more advantages to the customers.
All right.
And for X2, we were quite lucky that we were quite successful. So it has a lot of very, very nice new features. So, for example, we have reduced number of joints and gaps. That is very, very important regarding the hygienic requirements. And for cleaning, it makes a lot of sense to have reduced number of joints and gaps. And of course, it's also very, very good for the leakage rate. So the leakage rate of X2 is extremely low. Second thing is that we have also developed a new locking system that is specially made for this kind of construction. That means the locking system, again, leads to very, very low leakage rates.
All right.
Then another very nice thing is that we have reduced the weight. That means X2 can be 25%, up to 25% lighter. And also, very nice feature is the anti-vibration base frame. So a nice word, by the way.
That sounds very complex.
Let me explain in short words what that is. You know, when you place an air handling unit on site, normally there must be an anti-vibration element between the unit and the building. That is what people normally have to place on site.
From what I recall is that you mostly do it manually, that you have to cut it into pieces and adjust it to the situation on site.
So it's quite a hard effort to do that on site.
Right.
And with X2, we have the opportunity to directly integrate it in the base frame. Therefore, it's called anti-vibration base frame, because you can get it integrated in the base frame, so you can take the unit on site, just place it, and all the vibrations are gone.
But it is like done in the factory.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Okay.
It's selected during the selection process, and afterwards you don't have to care about that at all. So that is a real advantage.
Right.
That's nice. And also a great feature is what the main topic is for today, and that is a new online tool that we will show you in a few minutes. Because we see today, and also in the past we saw that, but we are pretty sure in the future that will become even more important. There is a different demand to get technical data. So the technical data has changed a little bit. So people, for example, need often a BIM model in the early beginning, because people work with planning software which is in 3D, and then they need a BIM model of the handling unit. That is one thing. But the next thing is they need it very, very early in the project.
I see here many participants from countries, not only from the different professions, like being in a planning or in a more constructing part of the overall project, but I see many countries here who are represented in our session who are said to be very advanced in the BIM area. Yeah. So I think we should stress this point later on.
Yeah, we come back to that later. But we see that there is a demand to get this technical data by yourself from any place and to any time, and made by yourself. So nobody wants to sit there and work on his 3D model, and then he needs an handling unit immediately, and then he does not want, or she does not want, to call somebody to wait for the feedback and so on. Yeah. What he or she wants is get everything within 5 minutes. Right. And that is what is possible with the new selection tool online. So it's very, very easy to handle, and you get all you need within 5 or 6 or 7 or 2 minutes, whatever you want, and how depending on how fast you are.
Okay. So let's do a quick technical check here. We got the feedback that from some people who cannot receive the sound. Just a quick check to the audience here, if you're good with our sound or not, please. The volume shall be higher. Okay.
That's the volume. Okay, then we need to speak a little bit louder.
Either we speak up,
but often it's also a question on the settings on your computer. So please check if the sound is as loud as possible.
Yeah, we try to speak up here, and sorry for that.
Okay.
But now we dive into
we will start.
Configuration matter. Yeah.
So what you can see now is our website. And on our website, I've now set the language to English. On our website, you find here my drops. And there you, I will press log out for the moment. If you go to the English website and you find here my drops, then you can go to login. And if you have created a MyTrox account, that is what we have shown in another webinar, so I will not focus on that anymore. But if you have a MyTrox account, you can just log in here, and then you can go to MyTrox, and you will find all the options you have with MyTrox. You can go to design, to order, to manage, or to learn. And now we want to design something, and therefore we go to design.
Without MyTrox, I won't be able to see anything, right?
So the first thing that you need to do is create a MyTrox account.
Right.
Okay, then we go further. So you can click go to Air Handling Unit Online Configurator. And the nice thing is that actually no webinar is needed on that, because this software is self-explanatory. So that means it's just made in a way that everybody can handle it without further explanation. So quite easy. But anyway, we want to show you how that works. But you don't have to be afraid.
If we wouldn't do that.
I will also change to English, because that will make life easier for you out there. Okay, then we start. The first thing that you need to do is click a new project. Before we do that, I want to highlight the project numbers that you can see here. So these project numbers are very important. For each project that is generated, a project number will be generated too. And this project number in this software is very important, because if you want to have changes later, or if you want to contact our sales representatives to modify the selected unit and so on, or if you want to order these units or get a quotation of things like that, then you always need this individual project number. So this is very important. Anyhow, we go to a new project, and what we want to do is we want to make everything for a specific example. So I think you have provided some.
I do.
Something.
What a surprise, right?
What a surprise! Exactly.
But actually, it's like a very easy session here because, as you said, it's easier. Some just click it through, but we just provide you with a real life example here. And this will be an office building with some, like a usual day in the office. You get a call from somebody. Okay, can you come by tomorrow? We have got something going on here with a very, 8,000 cubic meters of air per hour, and some basic information around that. So external pressure, internal pressure, and where the air handling unit shall be situated. And you just show us how this thing works with these kind of basic things.
It's great to do it with an example, so you have some information that you normally have after the first phone call.
Yes, I do.
Okay, then we start,
yes,
and we call this project office.
Yep.
We click save.
Yep.
And then it's, I said it's plug and play. So it starts with a question what kind of unit you want to select. So you can either select the X-CUBE X2, an X-CUBE X2 compact, or you can select the Croft. So that are the options that you have.
What are the differences between these options we are having here?
Also, good questions. So you have X-CUBE X2, which is a quite flexible unit. So you have a lot of flexibility. You can change the different heat recovery systems and so on. Later we will see that. So this is a flexible version. And you can also choose X-CUBE X2 compact. In general similar, but it's limited in the possibilities. So there are 12 compact sizes, so fixed sizes. With rotary heat exchanger and counterflow plate heat exchangers. From the features, quite similar, not so flexible, but they have advantages in the delivery time and in price. But also a nice thing is that if you want to have further information, you always find in the tool these information buttons. So as soon as you need further information, just click information, and then you get some explanations here.
All right. So even though I wouldn't be, able to understand all the abbreviations up there, I just have a way to find my information within the entire configurator.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, then we go further. For the moment, we stay with a flexible type X-CUBE X2, and then we give this unit or this position a name. We call it also Office 1, and then we click Save. And then you can see here the gray bar. There you always see where you are in this project.
Yeah.
And then it starts with some basic questions about the unit. So the main question is, what about the efficiency class? What about maintenance? And what about casing qualities? So were there any information in your example here?
It's like always, you want to have, of course, a very energy efficient handling unit here.
Then I would say we keep premium features for minimum energy consumption here. Standard would mean that we fulfill, of course, the minimum requirements coming from legislation, standardization, and so on. But again, here you have the information button.
This is the information button here.
Okay.
For people like me.
Further, for maintenance, I don't think
we don't have any specific.
Then we keep that for
one.
also premium features.
Yes.
You could also select standard. Then the rooms for maintenance would be a little bit smaller than with premium features. Then we go further to the casing quality, and here the software gives you the possibility to also select standard or premium.
Right. We go with premium.
Okay, we go further with premium. Then we go further here, and then some further questions are asked here. So you have to set the installation type, indoor installation or rooftop installation.
We have an indoor installation here, Martin.
We have an indoor installation, then we keep that. Then we have two airflows, installation on top of each other was mentioned, I guess. And then here you can select the heat recovery system, either plate type, heat exchanger, condensation wheel, absorption wheel, or run-around coil system.
There's no specific information.
I think it was an office application that keeps the condensation wheel for the moment, but all the other options are possible. You can select the airflow directions here. And then you can select either no controls or X-CUBE controls.
This is like a question which is, I think, most commonly asked. Shall somebody who is going to design such an X2 here in our configurator go for the controls provided by us? Or shall he use some third-party controls here?
Yeah, so this answer is also quite easy for me because nowadays handling units are getting more complex, more complex, and so on. So components get more complex, and also the whole system gets more complex. And then it's quite easy to control for the manufacturer, much easier than for any other people later on. So I would, because of this reason, I would recommend to choose with controls. And never forget the controls, they have a huge impact on the energy efficiency. That means only one thing is having high efficient component, but another thing is definitely to have them combined in a good way.
All right.
That ensures that later they are also used in an efficient way. And another thing is that they can come on site pre-tested. That means on site you just have to plug in. You don't have to make any wiring on site. You don't have to make any additional drillings and so on. So it's really an advantage that you ensure that the unit works in an effective way later, and also to save time during the commission. Yeah?
It's like I can picture that as a kind of orchestra, and you have all the great people who can play their instrument, but you have a conductor who's taking care that it's all playing in the symphony way you want to have it in the later on. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
It's not enough to only have good musicians. You also have fun.
Somebody who's in charge of it. Okay.
Okay, then we keep, of course,
we take
with
the conductor
X-CUBE controls here, and then we go further, and then it goes to the operating point. I think you said 8,000 cubic meters in the beginning. And was there anything mentioned about the external pressure over there?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was just distracted with the sound. We still are managing on the technical side here. Yeah, we have the supply air external pressure with 400 Pascal.
Okay, then we keep that. And for the extract air, we had also
350.
Okay, then we need 350 pascals. And here you can select the winter and summer conditions. I think we keep that for the moment.
We keep that as
no additional information. Of course, you can change that later afterwards. And then it starts with the first components here. We talk about the connection. Again, here, have a look at the gray bar. You can see
where we are at right now.
And then you always have the chance to keep it as pre-selected. That would mean here in this case, the airflows just go out on the right side and in on the left and right side and so on. Or you can go to advanced options that will come for each component later. And now you can say, okay, I want to have the supply air at the operating side coming out, or the extract air at the rear side coming out, and so on. So you can be very flexible if you want to, but you can also be very fast if you just take the standard configuration.
Depending on the time you want to invest and how much expert level you have.
And also on how much information you already have at that scale.
Right, yeah.
It's also very important. Then we go further. And now the first air treatment component is selected, and now we are in the area of filtering. And here you can either say, okay, I don't need any filters. Now the supply air filter is selected, but you can also change it. So now it would be
selected, right?
But you can select it. We keep it for the moment, and you can say, okay, I take the standard configuration, or I want to adjust more things, so modify things. Then you click to advanced options, and you will find fine filter, the fine filter and the extract air filter, and there you can also change the type. You can go to pocket filters, to Z-line filters, you can change the efficiencies, and so on and so on. But I think for the office application, we keep it as it is.
We keep it as it is, but I would be able to change it later on.
Yeah, that's completely no problem.
Another product if I want to have it.
You can always go back, for example, to the connections here. You can change them again, but now at the filters. Then we go further. We come to the heating coil. Were there any requirements for the heating coil?
No, there's just a standard one.
Just the standard configuration. Then we keep it as it is. Keep the outlet temperature of 22 degrees. If you here click to advanced options, you will find the operating fluid temperatures that you can change, but we keep them.
Okay.
Was a cooling coil required?
Yes, sir. It's 18 degrees Celsius supply air temperature.
Okay, that was important, I'm pretty sure, because of comfort conditions.
Probably.
So we changed the outlet temperature here to 18 degrees. Keep that. You could also select here advanced options, and then you can either change the inlet or the outlet temperature, whatever you want. Then we go further. Attenuation. So was there anything mentioned
There
about
is
the
one.
sound?
Yeah. The sound power shall be reduced on the building side.
Okay, on the building side. That means in the outdoor air we might work without any silencer, and also in the exhaust air. And then we keep the silencers in the supply and in the extract air. And also the minimum insertion loss, we keep them 25 dBs. Okay, then we go further. Then the question is, do we need a humidifier or not?
No, there is nothing said about that. So we shall.
Okay, then we keep.
But we could if we want.
We could if we want to, so we can of course select it, but we leave it out.
Right.
And then we are already at the end. So the final component is the fan.
The
Here
fan.
you can see the bar, and there the question is, if you want to go for an automatically chosen fan. So that would mean the X-CUBE configurator automatically selects a high quality fan according to what we have filled in the beginning. You remember that we filled in, it must be very energy efficient,
yeah.
and therefore it would of course select a fan which meets this requirement. But if you want to change that, you can go to advanced options and, for example, say I want to have a plug fan with standard AC motor, or I want to have a hybrid with PM motor, whatever. But you can also leave that out, and then the configurator or the software will automatically select that.
Okay.
So then we keep that for the moment, and that's it.
Seriously.
That's it. Now we can click calculation.
Push the button.
I will push the button.
Do it.
And then you see now the product is calculated. And the very nice thing is that here you can see what the software is currently doing. Now the unit size is adapted. The rotary heat exchanger is calculated. It's very fast. I can even not talk so fast. So now the cooling coil is calculated. The heating coil we missed because it was too fast. The final thing is a fan from the component. And
so this is individually calculated based on what you have just
exactly. So now the individual unit is created. Calculating casing is the final step.
Right.
So that would mean now the panels are made and all the doors are brought to the model, and that's it. So we are ready. You can see
we are done. One and done.
The unit now exists in this software
with this reference
here
number.
You have whatever you need. You can go to datasheet, and there you find the datasheet for this unit that you have just selected. This is, by the way, the normal datasheet that you might know from our X-CUBE solution, because in the background our standard selection tool is working. So it's just an online tool, but based on the standard software that we used for the last years. Here you find all the relevant information. For example, the airflows. You find information about the efficiency classes. You can see a lot of A+, because we have said it's very relevant.
Energy efficient air handling unit.
There are all the components like the filters, like the heat recovery system, the heating coil, and so on. So here you find everything. And you can close it again, because then we go to drawing. You can also find some sketches there.
Okay, on the diameter of the entire unit then.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool.
You can see the length, the height, and all these things. You can
and even weight for the different modules, what I see there. So you know what kind of load bearing you have on the building side there. Amazing.
Exactly. And very, very nice thing, not only the specification text, you can download the BIM file.
Yeah, and this is what most of our participants are looking for.
Yeah, because you need it. You can get it after 5 minutes. So I talked a lot, but I think you can believe, or you can try by yourself.
Do it by yourself.
You can be extremely fast. So we made also a speed test in the past. I think I managed within 2 or 2.5 minutes, if you would like.
He trained before.
But anyhow, here's everything that you need.
Yeah.
And very important is that if you want to change things, you can still do that. So you can edit this unit. Or if you want to do things that are not possible with the online tool, that does not mean that they are completely not possible. So we have just a reduced flexibility in this online tool. Our sales team still can do whatever you want. So if you are looking for a clean room, HEPA filters, for example, HEPA filtration, or for active carbon filtration, or whatever you would like, our sales team can go to this project with a project number and modify it according to your specification. So, but we are pretty sure that the majority of air handling units can be selected with this tool, and that is the X2 online configurator.
All right. So having it all in one place to take the first shot and even go into details once you are in touch with our salespeople out there.
Exactly.
And they can help you further along down the road if you have more complex challenges to solve on site.
Yeah.
But for the first shot and the first orientation, it's just a brilliant opportunity. Talking about opportunities, I see the LCC.
That is the last
It's like
point.
the mostly asked question.
Here,
yeah, what is
this
that?
is ready, by the way, so I could, if it's possible.
Ladies and
but I
gentlemen,
will
he
not do
could,
that.
but
I
he
could
won't do that.
start the
He
LCC
won't.
calculation, but we
Right.
keep that for the next webinar on the ISH. We have already showed that, but we have decided to make a separate webinar for the LCC calculation, because what I could do
He
is
doesn't still.
taking this unit, exactly this unit,
Yeah.
make some input value, bring in some input values like the location where it's
Right.
placed, like the operating time,
Yeah.
like the demand that the building has,
Right.
and so on and so on. And then I can calculate the life cycle cost in real simulation. That means for each hour per year, the tool will calculate how much energy is needed, and
Right.
then it will be summed up. And then you get real LCC costs, life cycle costs at the
Yeah.
end. So a very nice feature, but we will have a separate webinar on that on October 10th.
On October 10th, it's the English edition. Of course, it's 3 p.m. German time, so CET.
Yeah.
It will be the LCC with the two of us again. If you still want to see us again,
Yeah.
you are in for a treat. We welcome you there.
Okay. One thing that I really want to highlight at the end, before we come to the questions, is
Sure.
we have made this tool, but we are continuously developing it. That means if you have any feedback for us, any ideas what we can improve, or anything that you might not like, for example, whatever there is, please give us some feedback. Contact your responsible sales representative,
Yeah.
and then they will bring it to us so that we can continuously modify this tool, and that we can create together something that you need, that you like, and that will make your life easier.
And projects more successful, because this is
Yeah.
what we're here for.
Exactly.
To make great projects together with our people and partner out there. And we can get in touch with you directly, of course, if you just add us via LinkedIn, for example, or just follow the show notes, what we are linking then in the video. Later on, we will post this online, of course. But I think, Martin, your invitation is pretty important to all the people out there. This is like the beginning of a digital journey in HVAC, and we're going to take this one on us. So
Yeah, exactly.
we make this happen, actually.
Yeah.
All right. So
Good.
let's see what kind of questions we have.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You are. I can see that. I can see that. So if you have questions to Martin,
Just
actually,
write them
the two
in
of
the chat.
Martins right now. Just write them right now. We apologize for the inconvenience regarding the sound. If there was any, maybe due to the internet connection, we try to improve that the next time. Promise you that. So checking on the technology here. And yes, so actually there is the question, maybe it has been answered before. How can I refer to the project I've been designing in the program? So let's say I did this kind of overall configuration. How can I make sure that my sales rep in the specific country is really referring to the same to which you're configuring?
There was a project number in the beginning.
All right. Okay.
So we can go back. We can go to my project here.
Yes.
And then you can see this project number. And that is always specific only for that kind of project. And that is the most important thing that you need to have when you contact your sales representative.
All right. Okay. So this is like the one-on-one reference here.
That's completely no problem. So it will be no problem to describe the unit that should be modified and so on, because it's clearly fixed by this number.
Okay. This is pretty important. Then there is, let's see what kind of question we are choosing next. Then there is a question regarding availability. When is the X2 available?
From now on.
From now on. Oh, that's pretty important to know.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So we have even already started with some projects. So
all right.
The first units are already on site.
Oh, okay. And they work.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Okay. Let's put in the last one, because we are running out of time. It's always a question regarding the color. Is there any limitation regarding the color? Because we show it in our posts in social media. We show them in black.
Yeah.
Is there any color next to that we can deliver?
Color is fully flexible. We have showed it in black, and it's nice in black, but it's also nice in white and in any other color. But this is completely flexible, so you can choose whatever color you want.
Okay, perfect. This is like for those who are more into the design area of the building side. All right, perfect. We are running out of time. Actually, this is it. We are done.
We are done.
We would say that. Not completely, because we still invite you just up here, down there, no matter on what channel you are consuming later on this video, because we will upload it for sure. October 10th, 3 p.m. CET, the LCC calculation. And we would thank you very much for being with us this 30 minutes. We hope that it was very entertaining and value contributing for your daily work, for your projects. We wish you a lot of successful projects with us. We say thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye-bye from Germany.
Yeah, thank you very much. Also from my side, all the best. Take care, and we would love to welcome you again.